Good morning from our first full day here in Ho Chi Minh City in the south of Vietnam. We've absolutely loved our time here so far in Vietnam, and we're sad that it's kind of coming to an end. But before we do head home, we have some awesome experiences, including today we were doing a motorbike tour around Ho Chi Minh City. And if you saw our video yesterday, traffic here is a little crazier than we thought it would be when we booked this excursion. But we're very excited to see the city as more locals do on motorbikes, weaving in and out of traffic and hopefully making it out okay.
Good, thank you. Does it fit your head?
Yeah, surprisingly.
Nice.
I have a big head. So.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi.
Just walked down a book street here in Vietnam. A lot of the streets are dedicated to a certain thing. That one's books. It's mostly Vietnamese, and then at the end they have a little English bookshop. They had like 50 Shades of Grey and the Three Musketeers, you know, the classics.
Near the bookstore street is the post office and the Notre Dame Cathedral. Post office was built in the 1880s, so it is quite old, and it's also still a fully functioning post office. It was built by the French along with Notre Dame when they colonized the country back in the 1800s. And for a little fun-ish fact is that it's painted yellow because back when there was Vietnamese royal families and Chinese royal families, the color yellow was only allowed to be used by them. So when the French came and colonized it, they were kind of, you know, colonizers and decided, okay, well, we're gonna paint it yellow as like a middle finger to the country, basically. So really, really fascinating, really interesting to learn about. We're excited for the rest of this tour.
And the Notre Dame is under construction from 2018 to 2025, so I'll have to come back. Just kidding. Like, we're not just gonna come back for a church, we're gonna just come back. You know what I mean? It's hot. Getting back on the motorbikes, baby. Beep, beep. Ready.
Imagine. So in the back, this park have a lot of Vietnamese people in the morning. They sit here and drinking coffee, a lot.
Nice.
But that's because the police, they don't want to people destroy the area, you know, stuff like that. So that's why they're not allowed anymore. Yeah. And Vietnamese people, we taking wedding pictures before 2 to 3 months before the wedding day. So, you know, what it happened if someone get a COVID, right?
Stop number 2 is the old presidential palace. It's now called the Reunification Palace for after the war when the North and the South became reunified after the fall of Saigon. And nowadays it's not used by anything, it's just a museum. It's kind of considered, what, bad luck, you say?
I don't know.
I think you said it's kind of considered bad luck for it to be anything because of all the kind of bad things that happened there. The president was assassinated, it got bombed. So really, really interesting, but now we're on to stop number 3.
Secret CIA duty.
Yeah.
Each event has a code name called Treatment Apartment BITC. And so it was taken one day before the tanks came in to the gate. That was on April 29, 1975.
We're looking at this palace now, and I love it on tours when they have old photos. So he was comparing this to an old photo of people surrounding the palace and the bullet holes in the building. So people were very upset with the president at that time, President Vietnam.
This stop was kind of dedicated to learning more about the fall of Saigon after the war and the evacuation that ensued. We actually saw the building. It's back here. I took a quick video of it. It's a pretty iconic photo, well, relatively iconic, I guess you could say, of a helicopter taking off with people waiting on the roof for another one to come back, but it was the last helicopter to leave during the fall of Saigon. A lot of people think it was the US Embassy that they were evacuating from, but it was actually just like an apartment building that was used, I think he said, as a safe house for the CIA at the time. I have to double check that, but wasn't the US Embassy and is still a very infamous, iconic-ish photo of the fall of Saigon.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, hey.
Hello, how's it going?
Good.
Good.
How about you?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Less history at this stop, and we're actually at a market to try some local desserts. Thank you. Yeah.
No flour.
No flour, just
It's like pudding? There's coffee dripped on it. Let's see. And egg and milk.
pudding. This is what we call
That's good. Flan.
Before we leave District 1, our last stop was just walking around the market. Now we are off to District 3. Apparently this road is kind of the border between the two, so we're heading further into District 3 now.
Do you like bubble tea?
I love bubble tea.
I love it too.
Trying some longan. It's good. A little fruit. Kind of peel the outside. It's got a pit.
How do you like? It's kind of like, it's not sour, but it's like,
We got this yesterday.
that was on me.
That's good.
I still
I like
don't really
it.
know how to eat it.
Just like that. You just eat around the pit.
I tried to hang the tree.
Taking a quick stop right outside where we're eating our fruit into this little area, kind of a park. It's more of a memorial, I guess you could say, to the Buddhist monk that lit himself on fire in protest of equality for Buddhists here in Vietnam, right in the middle of the Vietnamese War. Pretty heavy. It actually happened on this street corner that this is at. Yeah, I won't put an image of it because it's pretty graphic, but if you just look up like Vietnamese monk lighting on fire, you'll find it pretty crazy, pretty like just really sombering and interesting to hear about, you know, that such drastic measures had to be taken as a protest. I can't even imagine. And then the president of Vietnam at the time didn't even do anything about it, and he was assassinated 5 months after the fact. So lots of history today, lots of learning, lots of hearing more about things that we might not necessarily be taught or learn about in America as much as people do here. So yeah, really glad we do this tour. This is actually the home of one of the leaders of the Tet Offensive that ultimately failed, but he built a basement in his house to store weapons to be used in the attack.
On the ground floor, it looks very normal. But on his attic, he kept many devices to communicate with Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh. And this is him digging this basement by himself in 11 months.
Wow.
And he had to do this at midnight and use that van to transport the dirt out of this place so no one would notice him. Your job is to find that entrance.
Gotta find the entrance.
Job set. Because this is a new entrance made from wood. Back in that time, it was actually made from tar. Yeah. Here we go.
Wow.
Okay, now we will go down.
We're going down?
Yes.
Okay.
Easily. And when you go down, you sit down again.
Okay. This is crazy.
Built by himself in 11 months. And over there you can see those are replicas of 2 tons of weapons that he stored here. And the holes on the wall, they used to be his escape route in case this place is discovered. He would crawl through these tunnels and get to nearby houses.
Are you gonna go up first?
I guess I will, yeah.
Okay, well, that was cool.
Hello there. I'm not claustrophobic until I'm claustrophobic.
my name is V. It's my pleasure to become Sarah tour guide today. Oh, be careful.
There comes a truck. Hopping on the scooter one last time. Last time. So sad.
At the end of the tour, which destination you like the most?
That was my favorite. I liked to go to the markets.
Yeah.
That was
local.
cool.
Yeah.
I liked eating. That was fun. Always fun.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, the whole morning. Let me write down for you the pho and
Yes,
pancake.
That'd be great. Thank you. Bye. Whew. Woo. Well, that was awesome. What a great tour. We ended up in Chinatown, which is in District 5, and it actually encompasses 4 total districts, our guide was saying, and it's one of the largest Chinatowns in the world. And it definitely looked like it. We just loved it so much. We had a great time. V, Now, and Sang are great tour guides. We did our tour with XO Tours. We'll link it in the description below. Highly recommend if you're looking for a motorbike tour around Ho Chi Minh City / Saigon. We also learned the difference. Basically, neither one is offensive. I asked that because our tour guides were saying Saigon, we were saying Ho Chi Minh City, and I didn't want to I don't know what politics are like here and stuff. I asked, and they were just like, yeah, we say Saigon because it's easier to say, it's quicker. So either one is fine, apparently. So that's good to know. Didn't want to be offensive. I really wasn't nervous. I feel like I was more nervous walking around, but once you're on the bike, somebody else is driving too, so
Yeah.
I didn't really have to pay attention much. But
I was so confident with her. I was like, she just knew. She was like, oh, okay, we're taking a left turn, but there's a car turning, so we're gonna go tuck in on the right side, which I would never do. And then there was a vendor walking with her cart and a motorbike coming at us, and it was literally just boop, 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 another average day. So I was just like, okay. I wasn't even nervous. I was just like, this is what it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They asked us what we thought about driving here when we went to our first stop, and we were like, wow, it looks chaotic, I won't lie. And they were like, yeah, it kind of is. The only rule is there's no rules. And we were like,
Great.
We gathered that. But that's about it. We got to figure out what we want to do the rest of the afternoon, seeing as it's only 11:30 in the morning. Probably involves some food. We got some good recommendations. Oh, I forgot. We also learned, or I learned, that we were pronouncing pho wrong. Mm-hmm. And it's actually pho, because in Vietnamese there's 6 tones. And we were saying pho. And apparently that means prostitute in Vietnamese. So basically, every time we've gone to a restaurant and said we want pho, we're ordering a prostitute.
Nice.
So that was a fun experience to learn. Well, that's about it for today. We will see you tomorrow when we do another tour here in Ho Chi Minh City. Bye.
Saigon.
Oh, excuse me.
Just went into, shoot, what is it called?
It's just the post office.
Post office.
Ooh, the helmet hair. But before we leave District 1, we are heading into no, we already did that.